Hey future artists, how you guys doing? Here to send you guys another little video on things you can use at home to make some hopefully fun, creative stuff. So today, what I have for you guys is kind of similar to Play-Doh. Realistically, you're only gonna need two ingredients if you have these. If you don't, they are fairly cheap at any store. Normally, you can find cornstarch cheaper than $1. And as far as this conditioner that I'm using the rest of my wife's conditioner. You can find any conditioner at home, any cheap conditioner at a dollar store, anything like that. If you do decide to use mom or your sister's treat, please ask for permission first. All right. So this is kind of like Play-Doh. It has a little bit of resistance, but not much. I'm gonna be very honest, parents. It is a little messy. Be a little careful. The more hydration you have, the better it is. I've actually had this one sitting out for a while before I had the ability to record this. So let's see what I can show you guys, all right? Hopefully it doesn't fall apart as this one just did. Now, you want to start off with equal parts of conditioner and cornstarch. All right. As you can see, I'm getting to the end of my bottle. Another cool perk about this project is whatever conditioner you use, that is basically what this is going to smell like. Now for mixing, anything plasticky will kind of work. Really anything will work. I'm just sticking to plasticware just because, I don't know, it's easier to use. So now it's time to dig in here. This is probably going to be one of the messiest parts because cornstarch, it's a very fine powder, so it likes to fly everywhere. So all right, let's start off. See what I mean? Careful with the mess. Start off with at least equal parts. All right. Now the first part, when you start mixing it, it's going to look a little interesting, kind of like, I don't know, melted marshmallow. I don't know what else to kind of associate this to, but you'll see it also kind of start to clump up and start to gather. Once these two kind of react with each other, it'll start to create kind of a doughiness to it. Now, you can always brush up against the sides and collect all of that cornstarch that we have that's still against the walls of your bowl, but to be honest, you're gonna have to add a little bit more. It's easier to start equal parts just so you kind of have a base of where you're starting and you know how much more to add, but right about here is where you're going to slowly have to add in a little bit more cornstarch. Try and add it slowly, because I also think the reason why this popped is if you add it too fast, it might not catch the same way. Coming together. For you young guys, young kiddos, you might want to look for mom and dad's help because this will take a little bit of elbow grease, meaning a little bit of energy, a little more effort than you're probably thinking this it'll require. Just a little bit more. And then you'll notice it'll start to get ready once it really starts to clump up into a ball, and it'll start to separate from the bowl. Those of you guys that have made slime with me in the classes before, you'll notice it does kind of the similar effect. It'll really start to separate from the bowl. A little bit more. Whoa! Let's hope that works and doesn't too much. See that? Now it's starting to come together. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to start to take it off of my spoon or my little plasticware. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit even messier with your fingertips. You want to kind of get in there and knead it and kind of start to pick up everything else around it. Alright, as you do it, kind of fold it over, let all that stuff start to mix in, Maybe shift around your bowl a little bit. Alright. Now it is going to be a little sticky at first, but then once it kind of settles in, it actually becomes very smooth. Even leaves your hands feeling a little smooth, to be honest. Alright, so there you go. It becomes a little bit stretchier. If you leave a little bit of the moisture, play a little bit too much with it, it may snap. Same thing as regular Play-Doh. If you dry it out too much, it'll snap. But as you can see, it becomes quite malleable. And you can use this, guys, to create, well, anything you want. Same way you would use it as Play-Doh or clay. Go ahead and create different things with it. If you have a little bit left over of the cornstarch, you can even use it, pick it up with your new Play-Doh. If you go too fast, it will snap in half. If you kind of warm it up, you stretch it out, it'll kind of work pretty good. All right. Now, this is a very new activity for me as well, so I do not know how long it's going to last. I'm sure if you leave it in a Ziploc bag or in some kind of Tupperware, it'll kind of hold for a lot longer, but yeah, there you go. You can also add food coloring to this. I do not have any at this time, but who knows, maybe another video I'll show you guys how you can add different colors and we can play around with mixing colors and stuff. But this is all I wanted to show you guys. I'll come with you guys again next week with another video. So hang in there, hang tight, stay safe. Take care, guys. Bye.